Hello and welcome to this week's newsletter. Yes, and I've snuck down back into the studio because these little beauties have just arrived. The Sim 2 driver, Sim 2 Max driver, some fairway woods and hybrids, and I'm going to give those a little test. I couldn't wait to get down here and give them a smack and see how they perform. The irons haven't arrived just yet, but they should be here shortly, so we might have to do a little review on those next week. But firstly, we'll start with a bit of golf tour news. This week we'll start with the PGA Tour, where our mate Patrick Reed won over at Torrey Pines in the Farmers Insurance Open. Another rules controversy from Patrick Reed. Actually, he didn't break the rules, but what he did, if he hadn't, let's put it this way: Rory McIlroy did the same thing on a different hole. He thought the ball was embedded. Everybody around him said the ball didn't bounce, or it bounced back into its pitch mark. Rory marked it, picked it up and moved it without consultating a referee or anything like that, which he's entitled to do. Patrick Reed did exactly the same thing, but because of his reputation, got a bit of grief for it on social media, although he was quite within his rights to do what he did. He marked the ball, picked it up to see if it was embedded. It was embedded, so he moved it. Quite within the rules, legit. He asked his playing partners, felt he didn't need a referee because it's quite a straightforward rule, but he got a lot of aggro on social media because they thought he was cheating. But it doesn't seem to be the case. Anyway, he did go on win. He won by 4 shots by from a few other players, one including young Victor Hovland, the Norwegian lad who continues to impress on the PGA Tour. Rory McIlroy finished in the top 10, but never really got his putter going. But Torrey Pines, fantastic golf course out in San Diego there on top of the cliffs. They're going back there for the US Open in June, so that'll be great. That was the scene of Tiger Woods' 2008 triumph, which he did on a broken leg. I don't even remember that far back, but that was awesome fun to watch many, many years ago now. But yeah, they're going back there this June for what will be a slightly different test, I guess, from what we saw this weekend at Torrey Pines. Over in Dubai, Paul Casey won the Dubai Desert Classic, that classic tournament that's been going for 40 years now, unbelievably. He won, 30 years, I think. Sorry, 30 years has been going since 1989, 32 years. Paul Casey won, impressive golf. That now puts him back into the top 10 in the world. He has to make the Ryder Cup team, surely. He won by several shots from Robert McIntyre, Rookie of the Year last year, the left-hander. Again, he continues to impress and might well sneak into that Ryder Cup side as well. Anyway, that's enough about that. All you want to know about is this, don't you? The Sim 2. Okay, so first impressions, you can see slightly different colour scheme here. Okay, we've gone for a sort of darker grey. I suppose it is black, really. Yeah, it's a black rather than the grey over the Sim. And the blue is a little bit of a darker blue as opposed to the kind of lighter blue on the Sim driver. Shape-wise, it is a different shape. That is one of the things they have said. They have said that the difference between the Sim 2 and the Sim is that the shape of the driver has changed. This is more aerodynamic. So Sim stands for shape in motion. Have changed the aerodynamics on the Sim 2 to make it go faster through the golf ball. So it's still got a dorsal fin at the back to try and keep you on the correct path like the Sim, but the Sim 2 is slightly different aerodynamically to allow it to go through the air faster, so you will be hitting it further. And they've also introduced let me get the scientific stuff. They've also introduced, I want to say it correctly, they've introduced a forged ring construction. What about that? Sounds impressive, doesn't it? I think. So what it does, they've basically made the outside of the golf club a lot stronger, this blue bar here, and a lot lighter, which again is going to make you hit it further. By all accounts, we'll test it in a minute and see. They've also put a bit more weighting at the back of the golf club. You can see a bit more weight in there. Again, just gives you a bit more stability through the golf ball, a lot more forgiveness. But they've still got the twist face technology, as they have done for the last few drivers now, and the speed injection foam in there as well, as they also have done for the last few drivers. So basically, the Sim 2 is a new improved version of the Sim, aerodynamically, structurally, and also forgiveness-wise as well. So we should be getting greater, more consistent ball speeds with the Sim 2 driver, okay? I've also got a fairway wood, a 3-wood to try, and I've also got a hybrid to try as well. Let's give them a go. Let's see how we get on. We'll start with a hybrid first and ease my way into it, because I haven't hit, well, none of us have hit very many golf balls recently, have we? Although I did sneak down here and hit a few balls just to loosen up with just not so I don't make a complete fool of myself. But let's see the hybrid. Let's see how the hybrid goes, shall we? So the hybrid has all the same technology as the driver, V-steel and all that. This is a number 3 hybrid, 90 degrees, with the Ventus 7 stiff shaft in, quite a popular shaft. You'll see quite a lot of tour pros using this shaft, so it must be something good in it. So let's give it a go. You know I'm not a big fan of hybrids. I tend to hit them very high and very left, so I prefer my 2-iron, but we'll give this a go. So generally, if I carry a 3-iron, my 3-iron will go, let's say 220 yards or so, probably carry about 205. Let's see how this 3 hybrid performs. Looks-wise, looks very nice. Bit more of a white crown to it, a sort of dark white rather than the grey crown on the Sim 2. So gone back towards the M series range that had a bit more of a whiter crown top line there rather than the grey, which I'm not sure if I prefer or not. I think I prefer the grey, but looks-wise looks very good. Let's hit a few. Certainly hit that last one very nice. That is and didn't go left at all. The first one did down to a bad swing, but that actually was quite straight and did have a little tail baby fade on it. So maybe it's got a potential. Very forgiving, that is for sure. Right, let's have a look at the numbers and let's see how that was. So numbers wide, not too bad. Look, 210 average carry, very good. 29 yards up in the air, which is important for me because I don't like to hit it too high. So yeah, very nice. I like that actually. For hybrids, that was pretty good and pretty straight, bar the first one went left, but certainly 136 mile an hour ball speed, 12.4 launch angle. Yeah, tidy. And a little bit of baby fade spin on it. Look, 143 revolutions of left to right spin on it. Very nice. As hybrids go, yeah, nicely impressed with that. Right, okay, so now we're going to move on to the 3-wood. Again, same shafting. It's a Ventus Fairway Wood 6 stiff shaft in it. 15 degree 3-wood this, okay. Now, this will be interesting because I'm always looking for a new 3-wood. I'm one of those people who's not really settled on a 3-wood. So let's see how this one goes, shall we? Again, looks-wise, same colour coordination, same colour as the fairway wood. Very nice, black and white again almost, quite a matted finish though. But the checkered chrome bit on top there, very nice looking golf club. Behind the golf ball, sits very well, doesn't sit too close, which is what I like. Sits very square to the ball, and it's not too big in the head, and it's not too deep in the face. So it does inspire me that I can get the ball up in the air nicely. So let's see how it performs. So normally my 3-wood would go carry 235 and roll out to about 250, 255 in here. Very straight, very nice, came off the club face quite well. Again, nice little shape to it, didn't hit any left, which is always my big concern. As a 3-wood goes, that was very nice. Really like that, real solid feel, really felt like it flew off the club face nicely. Let's have a look at the numbers and see. Right, so there we are with the numbers. Not bad at all, look, 226, 237, 230. On average, 231 carry, 252 total. Look, one there went 237, 261, and all quite straight apart from the first one. Then went a little bit right, but I don't mind missing a bit right. That's okay for me. I don't mind that at all. Ball speed, look, very fast for a 3-wood. 144 mile an hour ball speed. That really is pinging off the club face beautifully. Wow, with a bit of practice, that might be worth having a little put in the bag, I think, for that. But yeah, very nice. We like the 3-wood as well. Right, let's have a go at the one you've all been waiting for, the TaylorMade Sim 2 driver. I did use the TaylorMade Sim last year and really enjoyed that and hit that really, really nicely. Although I didn't get to play that much golf, hopefully this year we'll have more. So I've got my normal shaft in it. I've taken my shaft out of the Sim driver and put it in the Sim 2. Exactly the same specifications as that, 9 degrees, okay? It's not a Sim Max, it's a normal Sim. The Sim Max is a bit bigger and a bit more forgiving, yes. There's also the Sim Max D shape as well, which is the one that's got a bit more draw biased on it to stop you slicing it so much, okay? But that doesn't really suit me. So let's have a go with this one. So normally, on a good day, I would hit my driver in here, I'd average carry about 250, rolling out to about 280, okay? So let's see if this is any better with the Sim 2. Let's see if that technology has made any difference at all. So behind the ball, looks very nice. I think I prefer last year's look just because I prefer greys and lighter blues, but actually the black, the white and the blue still looks very nice. Let's give it a go and let's see how it performs, because that's the most important thing. How far and how straight is this going to go? So. Trying to give it a little bit extra, linked it a bit right, but let's just see. Yeah, okay, 250 carry and it went right. We'll take that. Right. First impression's very nice. Bearing in mind I haven't hit any golf balls in, well, almost feels like a year to be honest, but it's been probably 6 weeks or so, I suppose, really. I mean, I haven't played any golf at all. I've hit that really quite solid and really well. So let's have a look at the numbers and see. So these are first impression numbers. I haven't done any tweaking at all. And actually, first impressions and pure lack of practice, look at those, they're very decent to be honest. 149 ball speed, look, 150 ball speed. Well, that's pretty good for me, really. I've not done any work on my body, I've not done any stretches over the last month or so, so actually, yeah, that's pretty good ball speed. The club head speed is worked out on the ball speed because I'm not using the HMT because I haven't put the dot on the driver, but I will do that. That'll be part of my practice regime coming up as and when we're allowed to come down here more often. But yeah, no, first impression's very good. And then the main numbers look, 256 carry, 250, 282, 271. Yeah, look at that. Spinning a little bit high, so I might have to tweak it a little bit. Maybe that's a little bit about my technique. Maybe I'm hitting down on it a little bit and therefore producing a bit too much backspin, and that's why it's not quite gone as far as it could do. But all over 250 carry, that's good. And all around the 150 ball speed without no practice, I'm very pleased with that. So yes, very impressive, very nice. So yes, we'll have to do a bit more practice with that once we get back to golf. But first impressions of the Sim 2 driver, absolutely lovely, along with the fairway wood, and actually the hybrid as well was really nice as well. So that gets me thinking. It's also given me the bug to come down here and do a bit of practice. Am I allowed to? I know elite sportsmen are allowed to come and practice on the golf course, aren't they? But I'm not quite elite, I don't think, am I? Although I'm a professional, I'm not elite. I can't kid myself. But even so, I might just sneak down here and hit a few more balls over the next few weeks or so. Because, yeah, that's really got me buzzing a little bit. That's really, really nice. And, yeah, no, really enjoyed hitting that. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes on over the next few weeks or so. Right, okay, that's it anyway for this week. Hopefully I'll have the TaylorMade Sim 2 irons to demonstrate next week. Still trying to get some Callaway gear. Callaway's ordered, but they're having, it's something to do with their procedures that they don't like shipping it to home addresses, and they can't give me an hour's time slot to sit in the shop and wait for it. So it's a bit tricky to get the Callaway in, but they're working at it for me so we can review those before they hit the shelves when we open. Ping G425, much the same as that as well. They're not going to launch them until we open. So yeah, but hopefully I'll get a review done of those before we open, and then you can come and try them for yourselves. When do we open? Who knows? Fingers crossed it might be February the 15th. Are we likely to open before the schools do? I doubt it, but what do I know? Certainly not very much when it comes to that sort of thing. But I do know a little bit about golf, and that TaylorMade Sim 2 driver was lovely. Right, that's it for this week. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye-bye.